Spiritual wealth, a journey of discovery. In a bustling town nestled amidst rolling hills, there lived a renowned sage known for his wisdom and insight. People from far and wide would seek his counsel, eager to benefit from his profound teachings. One day, a traveler arrived in the town, a wealthy merchant adorned in fine silks and jewels, his carriage pulled by majestic horses. As he made his way through the bustling streets, he caught wind of the sage's reputation and decided to pay him a visit. Entering the sage's humble abode, the merchant found him seated cross-legged upon a woven mat, his eyes closed in silent contemplation. Impatiently, the merchant cleared his throat, expecting the sage to immediately acknowledge his presence. Startled from his meditation, the sage opened his eyes and regarded the merchant with a serene smile. "Welcome, my friend," he said, his voice a gentle melody that echoed through the room. "How may I be of service to you?" The merchant puffed out his chest, his demeanor brimming with arrogance. "I have traveled from afar to seek your wisdom, sage," he declared, his voice laced with condescension. "For I am a man of great wealth and influence, and I seek only the best advice." The sage nodded politely, his eyes twinkling with amusement. "Of course, my friend," he replied, his tone unfazed by the merchant's boastful words. "Please, share with me your troubles, and I shall do my utmost to assist you." The merchant proceeded to regale the sage with tales of his business ventures and financial conquests, his voice dripping with self-importance. He spoke of his vast wealth and power, convinced that these material possessions were the true measure of his worth. Yet, as the sage listened intently, he saw beyond the facade of wealth and status, sensing the emptiness that lurked beneath the surface. When the merchant had finished speaking, the sage nodded thoughtfully, his gaze penetrating yet compassionate. "My friend," he began, his voice carrying the weight of centuries-old wisdom, "true wealth is not measured in gold or jewels, but in the richness of the heart and the depth of the soul." The merchant scoffed, his expression twisted with disbelief. "What do you know of wealth, old man?" he retorted, his arrogance swelling anew. "You sit here in your humble dwelling, with nothing to show for your so-called wisdom." The sage simply smiled, unperturbed by the merchant's scorn. "Appearances can be deceiving, my friend," he replied, his eyes twinkling with mirth. "For true wisdom lies not in the trappings of wealth and status, but in the humility to recognize the inherent worth of all beings." With that, the sage bid the merchant farewell, his heart filled with compassion for the man's misguided beliefs. And though the merchant departed with his pride still intact, the seed of wisdom planted by the sage would continue to blossom within him, guiding him on a journey of self-discovery and spiritual awakening. In the days that followed, the merchant found himself haunted by the sage's words, their wisdom echoing through the corridors of his mind like a distant melody. Despite his outward success, he could no longer ignore the nagging emptiness that gnawed at his soul, a hunger that could not be sated by gold or jewels. Driven by a newfound curiosity, the merchant embarked on a journey of self-discovery, seeking solace in the simplicity of nature and the kindness of strangers. Along the way, he encountered souls of every ilk, humble farmers, weary travelers, and wide-eyed children, each bearing a spark of divinity that ignited a flame of recognition within his heart. And as the seasons turned and the years passed, the merchant's heart softened, his arrogance giving way to humility, and his quest for wealth and power transformed into a quest for meaning and purpose. In the quiet moments of reflection, he found solace in the knowledge that true wealth lay not in the accumulation of possessions, but in the richness of the human experience and the depth of connection shared with all beings. In the end, the merchant returned to the sage's humble abode, not as a seeker of counsel, but as a friend and fellow traveler on the journey of life. And as they sat beneath the canopy of stars, sharing stories and laughter long into the night, the merchant knew that he had found the true treasure he had sought, a treasure that could never be bought or sold, but only discovered within the boundless expanse of the human heart. This story serves as a reminder that true wisdom transcends material wealth and status, and that those who underestimate others based on external appearances may miss out on the profound insights they have to offer.